Yes, welcome to the No Stay Project here on LRN.FM and streaming live on my YouTube channel. That's No Stay Project. Made it easy. Of course, I did have Mark Stevens, but that's just another one of those tech problems that got deleted by mistake and lost everything. So, anyway, we're back here live here on the big broadcast for May. I got May on the mind, I guess. March 10th, 2018. From the fortified compound in Mesa, Arizona, where every other week we stream here live on my YouTube channel. That's, of course, markstevens.net. And if you want to join the big show, as always, all you gotta do is go dial 218-632-9399, 218-632-9399. The passcode is 2020 with the hashtag or #. You can also Skype me at FrankRizzo3 and instant message me first, and not only can we get you up on the big show, but I can then put you into the No State Project Skype chat. And the main chat is for hooking up, where letting guys know that you are interested in doing role play, or at least listening to it. I know some people are a little gun shy about just doing it, right off, but it is educational too, just to even listen to it. But you need to participate. So after so if you listen to some of them, definitely get your feet wet. Go and because if you can't engage the guys on the chat, you're not going to really be prepared to go into court, because the guys in the chat, like myself, and I try to join when I can, we don't have a prison system. We can't use threats. Well, they can be empty threats. It's part of the role playing. But so the thing is, we're nothing compared to what you're going to experience when you go into court. Although we do know all the same stupid things that you're going to hear if you go into court. So the role playing definitely helps you in that nothing should be a surprise. There should be nothing that surprises you. No matter what is spewing out of their mouth, you are going to be following the Socratic method, and you can be asking them to verify it, because it's all you really want them to do is verify their claim, which is similar to, which is what I was doing on the last call that really went over last week on Wednesday, the Wednesday broadcast, called Marshall Free. We love LRN, but we love uninterrupted conversation. So whatever we missed today, which I'll tell you right now, based on how many years we've done this show, we're going to miss somebody. But unless it's just one of those odd times when nobody calls. But I've already gotten callers lined up, so I do appreciate your patience. I let everybody know I do not bring anybody up typically on the first segment here, because the first segment is the shortest one. Well, the first and fourth segment. Anyway, dissent. So if you're looking to defend against a bureaucratic attack, you want to learn how to do that, or you just dissent like our caller from the last broadcast, you just think that I may have good intentions, but I'm totally misguided, and that I'm illogical, and I engage in hypocrisy, and that my MO is to avoid questions. I don't know. I don't think that that's what happened, but and I even listened to the entire broadcast, because I did post a good video up at markstevens.net. I didn't get that, so maybe they'll call in again and give an opportunity to make their case. And so what I wanted to do, and I did post on Facebook, yes, the cancer-producing Facebook, I did post, I can't believe it's been 10 years. I didn't even post it. Somebody else posted it. It was posted at markstevens.net. I did a audio book of Lysander Spooner's just fantastic, life-changing book, No Treason, the Constitution, No Authority. And I did it as an ebook, and I listening to it, I know I took some, I cut some corners there, because I didn't know how to use Audacity that well. But I've been doing some learning, and I think that the audio from this broadcast is going to be a bit better than we usually get. It's good, but really, content is what drives the show. Even if we're getting an MP3 at 64K, it's the content. Anyway, what we'll do here is apparently Lysander Spooner is still not mainstream, and it really is unfortunate, because I think if people understood and just took the blinders off, and instead of going based on what you were taught in high school, well, there was a constitutional convention, and one of the things that she got wrong, one of the many things that she got wrong, is that there's a real historical basis lacking with our caller Gray from Georgia. The people of each state did not elect electors, and Rhode Island didn't even send or delegates. Rhode Island didn't even send one. The people did not vote for delegates. The legislature of each so-called state did. Now, you can say that they were acting in a representative capacity, but when someone puts a gun to your head and says, pay or you're going to prison, they're not representing you. You can go through whatever mental gymnastics you want. Pay or you go to prison does not equal principal-agent relationship, no matter how hard you want it to be. That's just, that, so I want to just read, because this actually changed the course of my life. The impact that this opening statement by Lysander Spooner had, and I've read it here on the show before. Apparently, it bears repeating because it's fallen through the cracks. Well, of course, that might be the size of the Grand Canyon, but we still have to make sure that people get this, because the logic is absolutely devastating. And I had already come to a point in my life that I realized that there was no government, because I believe that because it's pay or go to jail, and if there is no duty to protect you, the obligations of duty and allegiance didn't exist. So the whole game was off. This guy realized, no, it was never legitimate from the beginning. So here we go. This is especially going out, this is a heartfelt thing here. This is going out to all those people who are still under the impression that the Constitution is a valid document that created an agreement and that it creates obligations on people. Not just in 1789, but today. So this is Lysander Spooner's. The Constitution has no inherent authority or obligation. It has no authority or obligation at all unless as a contract between man and man. And it does not so much as even purport to be a contract between persons now existing. It purports at most to be only a contract between persons living 80 years ago. Of course, he wrote this over 100 years ago. And it can be supposed to have been a contract then only between persons who had already come to the years of discretion, so as to be competent to make reasonable and obligatory contracts. Furthermore, we know historically that only a small portion, even of the people then existing, were consulted on the subject or asked or permitted to express either their consent or dissent in any formal manner. Those persons, if any, who did give their consent formally are all dead now. Most of them have been dead 40, 50, 60, 70, or 150 years. And the Constitution, so far as it was their contract, died with them. They had no natural power or right to make it obligatory upon their children. It is not only plainly impossible in the nature of things that they could bind their posterity, but they did not even attempt to bind them. That is to say, the instrument does not purport to be an agreement between anybody but, quote, the people then existing. Nor does it either expressly or impliedly assert any right, power, or disposition on their part to bind anybody but themselves. Let us see its language is, we the people of the United States, that is, the people then existing in the United States, in order to form